Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday. The S&P 500 was up 0.4% today. Good because last week we were down most of the week, and so it's nice to see a recovery start to come back up. We're going to be talking a lot this week about Nvidia because their earnings come out Wednesday after the market closes. So we have a couple more days before that happens. But they're the big bellwether stock. They've really been driving the market quite nicely, especially after their earnings reports. My main concern is that they keep raising the expectations on these earnings, every single time. And of course, Nvidia has been able to jump through that hoop and then some actually with these earnings reports. They've done really well. But you got to think at some point in time, there's sort of a critical mass area that they're going to run into where it's going to be a little bit hard to continue to have that kind of growth. But still a fantastic stock. However, we'll see how the market responds. If it is, earnings that are a little bit less than expected or what have you, could be, something that brings some softness to the market. Again, we do have a good time of the year here in November. We have, a lot of stock buybacks going on, supposedly $6 billion worth a day that's happening. And so, there's some pieces that are going along that I think will help. But this will be the focus. I remember, for the last quarter, it was a really big deal, just, in terms of what they're going to do. So, but nice to see today's move. We have been seeing, if you look at the last week, if you look at, since the election, we've seen some categories doing well. Consumer discretionary is doing well. That mainly is Tesla stock driving that as far as that goes. But financials are doing well. The big banks have been, kind of bucking the trend. Even last week, they were up, even when the market was down. Energy is doing well. Obviously, they're talking about the increased drilling and different lower regulations and such. So that's an obvious one that's doing well. So there are parts of the economy, or at least the stock market, that have been kind of gaining more than others, even in kind of the down week we had last week. So I'll have to wait and see how that continues. There's a lot to be digested. I talked about on the Friday show, for what's coming at us potentially from the new Trump administration with all the different things that they have talked about doing. It gets to be difficult. Actually, it's quite complex, the things they're talking about, trying to match them up. But it's also difficult to know for sure what they're going to do because, what's said on the campaign trail and what actually happens could be two different things. So we'll have to, play that by ear as far as that goes. But nonetheless, that's what's happening today. Look forward to being able to see what happens to the market tomorrow. Thank you very much.